Hey guys, Jen Engel here with a time to stamp video for Viva Las Vegas Stamps. We're going to be working on an art journal page today. I got this brand new Strathmore hardbound watercolor journal that has like a long kind of horizontal orientation. So I wanted to work on a page in here. My page doesn't have any gesso because it's this nice thick watercolor paper, but it does have a little bit of modeling paste through like a postmark kind of stencil in the background. And I'm going to start out by stamping the butterfly specimens stamp with some StazOn ink in black here and there on my background, and then I'm going to take this postcard ATC size stamp and stamp that around the background as well. And then I'm going to take some golden fluid acrylic in sepia. I'm going to soak my paper with water, add a little bit of that fluid acrylic, and move it around a little bit with my paintbrush, spray some more water to get it flowing and moving. I really just want to fade out the color and get a nice light kind of brown in the background. And then I'm going to dry that, and I'm going to take some gesso because my butterfly specimens are a little too dark. So I want to push them back a little bit in the background. So the gesso kind of creates like a veil over top of them, and it pushes them back into the background so that they're not so in your face. And then I'm going to take some Lindy's Stamp Gang Treasure Island Aqua because I like that brown tone. But it was like a little too flat for me. So this is brown, but it has a nice aqua kind of shimmer to it. So I'm just going to move that around with some water, add some splatters, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Buccaneer Bay Blue, and it's brown as well, but it has a little bit of more blue, whereas the aqua is more green. So then I'm going to dry that. Sorry, guys. Jeez. I'm going to dry that, and I have this lace. I think it's from my friend Debbie. I was keeping all my Happy Mail like in their original packaging, so I knew who it was from, but then I wasn't using it. So I took it out, and now I don't know who's from what, but I think this is from my friend Debbie. From, I think, last year. She sent me a whole bunch of lace. So I'm just going to glue down like the one edge of that with some tacky glue because I want the like scalloped kind of edge to be kind of flapping around. I don't want it to be completely adhered. And that's the composition that I want to work on, this Wow Studio chipboard piece. It's a wildflower, and then this girl by Cap Kerr. And so I wanted to add some gesso, not a whole lot, just a little bit here and there. But because my desk is slanted and I'm a walking freaking calamity, I knocked over my whole... This is the first time I've used this gesso. I just got it. And my book obviously is brand new. And of course that happened. So I tried my best to get the most of it up and back into the model. And what was left, I just kind of spread around. I tried to sop some of it up with a paper towel. And I'm going to try my best to keep those edges from sticking down. So when I dried it, I kind of made sure I used a palette knife to get under and lift up those pieces of lace so that they weren't going to stick down completely. And then the gesso covered up all that brown, so I had to add some more of that Lindy's. And then I'm going to go in with some Robin's Egg acrylic craft paint. This is a Target brand, and I'm just going to take a paintbrush and do some light touches over the lace and a little bit over the texture paste here and there. Just to get like a little another color going on so it's not so flat. In the video here it looks very flat, but in real life you can really see the texture of the lace, and I wanted that paint to kind of catch on that texture. So then my stamping also got lost because of the gesso fiasco, so I'm going to do some more stamping with that postcard stamp and my black StazOn. I'm just stamping it off once on a piece of scrap paper so that it's not so dark black on my page. And I'm going to stick my chipboard piece down with some, I can't remember. Oh, Multimedia Matte. Jeez Louise. Multimedia Matte by Ranger. And then I backed my girl stamp with some fun foam to give her some dimension. So she pops up from the background and she sits on top of the wildflower piece a little bit. And I'm just going to notch out the fun foam where it's like over the leaves of my wildflower. And then I'm going to work on a little bit of like an embellishment kind of cluster that I'm going to put my like main title on. So I took the top of a shipping tag and then a white and teal label. And then that piece that says original is Tim Holtz chipboard piece. And I'm just going to glue all of that down with some multimedia matte as well. Oh, and then I also have this little branch. It's a Tim Holtz die. It's like a whole bunch of like little leaves. And I just die cut it from watercolor paper. And then to make everything match, I'm going to take some more of that Robin's Egg blue. And that Robin's Egg, it's a nice teal color, and it really plays off that teal that's in the Treasure Island Aqua color of spray. And it just kind of blends together nicely. It's a nice complement, I should say. I'm going to add a little bit of that to my chipboard sentiment as well, and then stick that puppy down with some of that multimedia matte. And then for some finishing touches, oh no, I'm going to add a little bit of black thread behind my chick there. I just felt like it needed something up there to kind of like balance out the composition. And then for a finishing touch, I got these adorable little star brads from Michaels. Oh, but first I'm going to add a little reinforcement tab. I have this whole roll of them, so I'm going to try to use them up. And then I'm going to take my little star brads there, and they're teeny tiny. They're like 3 colors, black, like a copper, and then a silver. And I'm just going to use the black and the copper, but I'm going to touch them lightly with that Robin's Egg paint to blend it into the background. And then for a final finishing touch, I'm going to take my titanium white acrylic ink and just do some splatters. I'm going to really splat some down there. So they're big splatters, and then I'm going to do a little splatters all over. And I don't care if it gets on my chick there, just as long as it's not like big blotches on her face. I like splatters. It kind of brings everything together, makes everything look cohesive. So that's my project for today. It was a calamity a little bit, but I really like how it turned out. So if you want to see more still photos and a list and links to all the stamps that I used, they are in the blog, which is, if you're watching from YouTube, in the description down below. If you're watching from the blog, it's up above or down below. Links to all these stamps I use. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye, guys.